Whatever, Zig.
Says Draco's live.
Yep.
All right. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Another edition of Flying with the Monkeys. We have the usual suspects here. We have Mr. Moondog.
Hey, you.
We have Drako0411.
How's it going?
Andrew's hanging out and flying with us tonight.
What up?
And we are flying from ZBAA. Where's that, Moondog?
Beijing Capital International.
Mm-hmm. To ZBHH. Where's that?
Hot Beihei International, and
Yep.
I probably screwed that up very much. So if someone can speak Chinese and say correctly and let us know, I'll gladly take the correction.
Now, Moondog, how many times I told you there's no actual language as Chinese? There's Mandarin and Cantonese.
You are correct. You are
Okay.
correct. Yes.
And we are flying the Manfred-Jahn c47.
All this was Draco's suggestion when we were looking for suggestions today at the last minute, and he said, let's fly from somewhere to somewhere, and this was what he suggested. This is what I took that he had meant in the suggestion.
I could have said, let's fly from somewhere to somewhere in something.
That's what you said.
That's what you still would have had. This is what I interpreted it as. So
All right.
we're all in planes that are cold and dark and need to get them started and taxi somewhere across
Before
this
start,
large airport
checklist.
to a runway.
Parking brake
I
set
assume.
and checked. Doors closed.
Yep.
Battery.
So why don't we attempt to do that?
That's what I am working on. As soon as I find my battery.
So
right.
I have
It's been a while.
the auto. I have the call-outs on for this, so try and do this.
Where'd my battery go? There.
On. Ground power.
Wait a minute.
GPU disconnected. Generators. Both on. Beacon.
Turn my bacon light on.
Wait, the battery switch on is
Is
up,
on.
right? Or it's
Nav
on
lights
down?
Down.
Okay, that was weird. All right, that makes
Either, but the ground power goes off with down.
gotcha.
On. Beacon. Is on. Nav lights. Checked on. Cabin signs. Is on. Ignition master. Is on. Magnetos. On. Magneto. Check.
Sorry, make sure those are good.
Checked both off. Fill quantity. Left main. Check. Right main. Right auxiliary. Left auxiliary. Check. Fuel selectors.
This one's a hard one.
Checked. Carb heat. Checked on cold. Trim. Set to 0. Cowl flaps.
Moondog's call-outs are louder than mine.
I know.
On my stream.
All right, that's fine. Sorry,
Full
I'll
open.
kill it on the.
Mixture.
There we go.
Idle
Fine.
cutoff. Throttle. Throttle is cracked. Prop control. Full forward. Flight controls. Elevator full up. Elevator full down. Ailerons right. Ailerons left. Rudder full right. Rudder full left. Before start checklist complete. Okay, let's start engine 2. Before start checklist.
No,
Parking
don't do
brake
that again.
set
No,
and
no, no.
checked.
Stop that.
Okay, starting the right one. Fuel pump on. Starter. Cranking the right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Megs on. Both on. Mixture. Checked. Prime. On. Engine 2 starting up.
Alright.
Oil pressure's coming up.
I can definitely hear her spitting and sputtering. There she goes.
Engine 2
I can see her
stabilized.
moving.
You can see what?
Yeah, I can see your prop moving.
Starting the left. Fuel pump.
Oh,
On.
it's not complete
Starter.
yet, Ernie. We have to go switch from Marilyn Monroe
Engine
to
is
Red
cranking.
Bikini
3,
so we have a good
4,
flight.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
There we go, Red
14,
Bikini.
15. Megs on.
When we fly with
On.
Marilyn Monroe, we have issues.
Mixture.
We crash
Check.
and stuff.
Prime. On.
Okay, engine start. Yeah, let's do that.
Engine 1 starting up. Oil pressure's
And
coming
I'm just the opposite. I can't fly without Marilyn Monroe.
Okay, let's see. Right spot here.
Holy crap, my trim.
Got to prime it.
Alright, everything looks good.
Yeah, well, I just turned it to the dog this time, so
Did what?
I have the
Before
dog
taxi
picture up
checklist.
there.
Inverters on. Avionics on. Magnetos both on. Fuel pumps off. Tailwheel unlocked. Flaps
Prime.
checked. Mixture auto rich. Wheel chocks off.
Come on, baby. All right.
Alright, we're warming up.
So if we're good with that,
While we're sitting here.
Hey, Ghetto Birdie, welcome to the stream. We are not sharing the cockpit. We are all flying the same plane, so you hear us maybe talking about the same things, or and
Right.
the voice you hear in the background is actually the co-pilot. That's Ernie. He's part of the plane, if you will.
yeah, there's call-outs designed into this. There's also stewardess. If you want, there's paratroopers that you can throw out the back on this plane.
You
So
don't throw them out the back. They just kind of they jump.
they willingly. I thought you had to throw them out because would you want to jump out of a perfectly good plane?
Yes.
Well, that's true. Zig's flying. I'd jump too. And now Zig won't talk to me for the rest of the flight.
I'm trying to get started here.
What do we want to do? Fly north or west?
So this is a really cool plane, Ghetto Birdie. It's a free plane.
Okay, Skipper.
Very nice
Both
plane.
engines are warmed up.
It's on the short list of you got to have it planes.
Yeah, you should have this one if you play flight sim and you like prop planes.
I'm gonna depart to the west.
I just did north. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I hadn't checked it yet, so.
Knowledge clearance. So, there we go. And I'm going to
Alright, they gave me 3-6 left.
3-6 left.
I haven't even talked to ATC yet.
Yeah, me neither. Just got my engine started. Yeah, it's free. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. It's better than some planes that you pay for.
Most definitely.
Alright, I got 3-6 left also.
See how Zig's going? Zig's got both his props going. Oh, some serious texture flickering on these buildings in certain areas.
We go outside feet. See where we got to go.
Alright. Well, since Zig and I are both tail to tail, I'm gonna go ahead and push back so I don't crash into him.
Okay. Well, if you are going to 36 left, you should be just headed forward over to here.
Yeah, well.
I've paid for
Just
quite
do
a few
that.
too, Ghetto Birdie. But this is definitely a must-have if you like prop planes.
Which we do.
Oh, absolutely. If you're not into prop planes and you just like flying jetliners, then maybe you wouldn't care about this one. But like it says in the video description there, if you Google up Manfred-Jahn c47, you'll find it somewhere. I can't remember exactly where we got it, but it's quite popular.
There's a few monkeys that prefer jet planes, but I think they're starting to quickly come around to the prop planes are pretty fun. We won't
Seriously,
mention
Andrew?
any of their names by direct.
Jeez,
Well,
Draco.
I'm sure that.
What am I before taxi checklist? Calm down.
I'm pretty sure the PMDG DC-6 is a nice plane.
Oh yeah.
But and at one point I thought about getting it, but I don't think I have 3 months to learn how to fly it before I can even get it off the ground.
Yep, old school props, they're fun.
I gotta sit up a little bit in the seat so that way I can see.
Right at the landing lines. Why can't I see him? We're go ahead and torpedo E. We need the eyes, but we'll torpedo E. Oh, there they are.
American Pacific 187, continue taxi.
Oh, that was a long taxi to 36 left. Got our foot on the brake, we will just do a run up power.
Which way did you request taxi?
North.
North.
Anybody have the pressure?
No, not yet. Give me. Oop. Helps if you open the window, not close it. Current is 3042.
Thank you. That's pretty high pressure.
They shipped in extra. They shipped in extra for us today.
Pretty 42, you said?
Yeah. And I can't remember. This thing has a heading bug on this thing or not?
Yes.
Ghetto says the DC-6 comes with a crew that'll do most of the work until you learn how to fire up the engines.
But where's the fun in that?
Well, it's probably more realistic because you wouldn't be flying a plane like that by yourself.
Right.
Well, you probably wouldn't even be flying a plane like this by itself, by yourself, but...
Well, you're not. You got Ernie.
He just drinks and sings.
And they give you your call outs. It's nice.
Yeah.
And then yells at you when your engines are getting too warm.
Don't let them get too warm. Okay.
Well, somebody's got to bring the beer up to the cabin.
I thought that was Nancy's job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't you know that's the little people that walk around in the cabin? Your little flight attendants. Like, oh, here's your beer.
Ghetto says, God bless Ernie. You got that right. Okay, now I have traffic driving right through the middle of my taxiway here, like cars. So hopefully I'm not going to crash when one hits me. Can I make it? I feel like I'm playing Frogger. Oh, there they go. Oh, they're going right through me. Okay. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but...
I'm going to unlock that. Just go outside. Let's see, we've got a caravan behind us. We've got a C47, and we got our Frogger Champion Zig coming up here. So I'm going to get clearance and pull on out then.
Holy crap, this is a long runway.
Yeah, it's an international runway. I would hope it was.
Well, I didn't check until like just now. It was like
kind of hard to land a 747 on a postage stamp.
Yep.
So we're all good, we're all clear.
Yep, that's the rest of the monkey show there. That's
Flaps. 1/4.
the rest of who you hear talking.
These brakes squeak a lot.
Tower, Douglas 3152.
Tail came up.
Ready at runway.
We've actually done some formation flying with these planes. Ghetto, that was pretty fun.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway
Off the ground.
left. Departure to the north. Approved.
Jump Bernie. No flaps.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 36.
Keep forgetting this thing doesn't need flaps to jump off the ground. Into the runway, I'm going to make a left. Now, we have Orbix, the three of us, right?
Yep.
Hey guys, I want to join sometime Bassmaster. Bassmaster, you're free to join us anytime you want. You can join us right now if you wanted. We're in Beijing. Join us on Join FS, and we'll let you know exactly where we're at.
Tail wheel. And we're rolling.
Yeah, I need to reduce power.
Power set for takeoff. Instruments normal.
So,
what's going on?
V1. Rotate.
Gear up.
Gears going up. Positive rate of climb.
Flaps up.
Flaps. They're up.
okay, so I'm going to go set the autopilot.
Gear up and lock. No lights.
So I want
Tower, American Pacific 1873. Ready for IFR departure. Runway 36. Left.
I forgot how smooth this plane takes off.
73. Taxi into position.
Yeah, you were up in the air before you realized it.
American Pacific
Wasn't you?
1873.
Well, I'm so used to the other planes having to need so much more speed to take off that even though my tail was off the ground, I was still keeping my nose down.
Yeah. Alright, so now I want to start to dial this thing in because still on the climb, we only need really manifold 35,
Runway 36. Left. American Pacific 1873.
Autopilot. Check, make sure I'm climbing at the right rate. Alright, good there. So for climb, when I have
You are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. American Pacific 1873. Contact
So if we go outside view, we get rid of that.
2350, that would be 550.
120.6. American Pacific 1873.
Stay back there. Douglas and Douglas. Missing a caravan.
I was like right behind you. Literally like less than a mile below you off your 3 o'clock.
So, Ghetto Birdie asked if, he says, so you all are monkeys. Are you a virtual flying club? Just wondering. I used to fly with some guys that were called Red Dogs. We're not really a virtual flying club per se, I guess, but we do fly a lot, and we are part of the Monkey Show, which is another YouTuber streamers.
It's a group
I don't know.
of us.
Explain it, Moondog.
Yeah.
It's just a group of friends. We hang out and we play video games together, and we call it the Monkey Show. So.
Okay, Bassmaster. Let me answer this question since I missed it a second ago. Can I fly modern plane though? Yes, you can fly a modern plane. Just understand you're going to get there before us. I suggest you go out and get yourself the Phenom 300 and enjoy that modern plane. Whatever you want to fly. And he's on a business trip at the moment. Monkey Show. Monkey Show is a group of, what are we, 8, 9, a dozen guys that we all hang out, play basically the same games. We do a lot of fun stuff together. We've also done charity work together as far as streams for members of the Monkey Show, and we are actually doing, which is a good segue, a charity event for the Ronald McDonald House. Every Saturday afternoon we will be streaming with the large group of us. We are doing little 162 Cessnas or 182s, and we are flying a around the world extravaganza, and all money that we earn is going straight to the Ronald McDonald House. And that's the Monkey Show in a nutball, because not a single one of us knows exactly what we're doing 100% in any one game that we're playing. There's at least 6 that have no freaking clue, and 3 that are going, I think it does this, and it ends up normally going completely wrong.
We don't take ourselves too terribly seriously.
At some point, yeah.
We have fun hanging out and playing video games.
Yeah. I think we'll turn off the cabin lights. You can get up and go around and enjoy the beverages with Nancy in the back.
And you didn't, and we are split. We are spread out. No, we're not real pilots. Far from.
Sorry, we're not laughing.
Yeah, and we're spread.
Often.
We're spread out all over the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Monkey Show is worldwide.
Yeah, we have contingencies in England, Ireland, Eastern U.S., Mid-U.S.,
Midwest, yeah.
Midwest, West.
Yeah.
In
Scotland.
Southern
Scotland.
Got Scotland.
Netherlands, right?
Yeah,
where
Norway.
Jesper's from, Norway.
Yeah, he's from
Australia.
Dutch.
Australia, yeah.
We have people in Australia. So, yeah, the Monkey Show, you can find someone from the Monkey Show on pretty much any time of the day.
Okay. I'm on course. Way pretty far behind you guys now.
Why am I not staying on GPS course?
Did you hit the nav lock? I think you got to hit the nav lock.
You do.
Okay, that's what it is. There we go.
Yeah. Nav lock, guys.
I thought something was odd because it just
that's why I'm so far behind you. I was like flying in circles.
I was doing like a nice gentle turn, and I was like,
yeah, in circles.
That doesn't feel right.
That's what I was doing. I'm like, wait a minute, it passed the turn.
All right, well, you know what? We'll be nice. We'll back these down to about 72 on the props.
I need to try and dial in my settings here for climb. Okay, RPM.
Engine temperatures look fine.
Drop throttles down to about 74 also, and we should be...
Oil temp looks fine. Oil pressure's
Auto
good.
lean. Auto lean works a whole lot better than off.
Give her a little bit more throttle.
You want to donate, but you don't know how to. Great way to get this out. Okay, for the charity, there is a link on, I know on the top of my banner in the YouTube channel.
I have a link in my
Top right
description.
There's a link in this description, Draco's description, and I'm assuming Zig's. If
You
not,
know
we'll
what?
make them put it in there.
Yeah, I need to do that now that you mention it.
On the Twitch page, I have an actual link in the box underneath there that actually has the Ronald McDonald House logo on there. If you want to use that one, because it's a real quick, just click, jump over to that page, Mr. Moondog88. While you're there, subscribe, follow whichever one it is.
You guys getting beat up a little bit with the turbulence?
No,
I'm getting a little rock, but not much.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, a
kind
little
of
bit.
swaying back and forth, but it's not like I'm, you know, bouncing all over the place. Oh, that's a nice sight.
I've got Draco ahead of me and Andrew ahead of me. How did you guys get ahead of me if we're on the same VOR GPS?
I'm only climbing at 500 feet, and I'm doing 140 knots.
I'll be right
I was
back.
climbing at 1,000 feet per minute. At like 120 knots.
I'm only climbing at 500, but I backed off because you guys said, well, you guys were way behind me, so I backed way off at speed. I'm only doing like 112.
Oh, I didn't say I was way behind you,
Me
but
neither.
Zeke did. I thought you had said.
No, I was just off course.
Okay.
I'm fine. I was fine with my speed and everything. I was just off course a little bit.
here, I'll just pull off.
Pull over to this.
Yeah, let me just park it on the side of the highway.
I was saying, why don't you just pull over to this cloud up here and just wait? Yeah, I was wondering where everybody was at because I didn't see anybody in front of me.
You know what would be fun? Doing tandem landing, Bassmaster says. Tandem landings. What he really means is tandem crashing. Because getting us that close enough to be able to tandem land.
Well, Moondog, I think we got close enough one time.
Well, that's
I
possibly
think that's when it was both of us doing a VA flight in Florida somewhere. Like a half mile distance.
Yeah, we landed pretty much right behind each other. As we were, was it? I was ahead of you, and you kept saying, "Get the heck off the runway! Get the heck off the runway!"
I'm like, I'm over here doing slow flight, about to stall. Do you mind getting off?
So yeah, I don't even see you guys on my screen anymore.
Well, I'm gonna back off a little bit because I'm at like 139, 140. So that way everybody can catch up.
Well, I'm cruising pretty good. I'm at
100 right now.
156.
It's just I had the plane dialed in perfectly.
Now, the trip that I had planned here has us going over the mountains, possibly past some of the Great Wall of China.
Over the mountains and
Even
through the
with-
woods.
But it is Orbix, and we flew out Beijing, and that didn't look very multi-billion city type layout there for the city of Beijing. So I don't know what we're going to actually see.
But, you know, never having been to Beijing, who knows what it actually looks like?
And put 4 people out there and say we're from, Beijing, and I would have to believe them.
That's
There's a
true.
Zig.
And Andrew is training to be a pilot. I did forget about that, Ghetto. One of us is actually in pilot training.
Pretty close to getting my license. I'm like 40, 50 hours right now.
Well, yes, you definitely could do that. That link is also on my Twitch page there, and it's also on the top of the YouTube page there, Bassmaster.
Which?
Huh?
Who?
What?
Are we doing that now, huh? Okay. Hello? Is this thing on?
Hello?
It's
Your mic
actually...
is.
I actually got to check that sometimes.
I was actually surprised I heard you.
No, not only that, they've been hearing me, and they've been hearing you guys too.
That's dangerous.
I told you to warn us before you do that.
Well, there's the thing. We were prepped, ready, and everything came off without a hitch. You know what that means?
Something
There'll be
bad's
three
gonna
streams
happen.
that's going to, 3 streams are going to have bad things happen soon. Okay, so I am leveled out at altitude. And I'm still cruising about 112. And that's going to be a
I
signal
should
with
be catching you because I'm doing 148. So
you're to my left are over there, so I'm now behind everyone, so I'll just...
you're behind me too? Oh,
well,
you
I'm
are over
even
there.
with you, yeah.
Why
So,
are you Why are you way over there?
because I'm on my track.
Yeah, I'm just about, well, probably just a little over 8,000 feet. Just
I'm
about
at
8,000.
7,000. So
Alright, so if we do...
But I'm only doing like 116, 115.
Cruise is normally about 18 to 23.
Doing about 125 right now.
I'm pretty sure I'm getting caught up in like a headwind or crosswind or something.
No. 31 for that.
I am too.
RPM should be 20.
I'm coming right up, flying right by somebody here.
It's probably me.
Yeah.
As soon as I level out in about another 500 feet, I'll be picking up speed again. But I slowed down to let everybody catch up with me.
Oh, I'm catching up. Hi, Draco.
Alright, well, I've got everything set that way. Well,
Bye, Draco.
Not in a hurry. I'm enjoying the scenery.
yeah, I don't
It
know.
is- it is
I've,
nice scenery. I didn't realize I was going to catch you guys that fast.
Yeah, I've done what the book says for setting this up, but you guys are now going to pull away from me, so...
Well, I was able to maintain good speed. Because I'm only climbing at like 500.
That's what I was climbing at. I just now reached 9,000.
I've been at 9,500 for a while now. I'm at altitude. I just... Speed-wise, it's...
Actually, I'll just boost up my vertical speed, and that'll kill my forward speed.
Why are you gonna do that? I'm about ready to run over you.
Oh, are you catching back up all of a sudden? Well, I can stop mine at 8,500 then.
You're above me, and I'm at 9,000.
I'm not above you. I just flew underneath of you.
You're above me now. You're at 9,100 feet.
No,
You're at now 92. Do you have your altimeter set?
no.
That's why.
But I just flew underneath of you.
Yeah, while you were climbing and I was climbing. Now, I'm at altitude, and you're at almost 9,300 feet.
Yeah, and you want to know why we're called the Monkey Show.
Yeah. What?
That's...
What's your altimeter set at?
Altimeter setting is 3042.
What? Wait, where do you... It's not letting me change it. Where do you change that?
See the little knob on the lower left of your altimeter page?
Yeah, it's not letting...
Scroll.
It's not... Yeah, it's not scrolling.
It's not scrolling.
Am I zoomed in too far? Oh, I was zoomed in too far. Or something. What did you... I'm sorry, what did you say it was?
3042.
Holy crap.
Oh, this is not going to be good. You're going to set that, your autopilot's going to adjust, and I am...
You're going to be in the way.
Well, I just kind of slid over to his... Yep, here he comes.
That scream is the lady in the back realizing how close the two planes are.
Oh, we're all right here. Then there's Andrew coming up on this flank.
Yep.
Go outside view for these guys.
Man, that's some good looking scenery. Dang.
I'm at like, I think 150. 151.
Speed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me back off. I'm at 170.
I'm at 100.
And there's Andrew. If he gets any closer, he'll be on top of my plane.
Just inspecting your plane.
Yeah, well, I got a bird to show you if you want to inspect that.
What'd you set your
Not fixing communications.
What'd you set your props and throttle to?
Props are at 82, 83, I'm sorry. And engine and throttles are set at 90.
I need to...
No, mine. Okay.
I need to reset mine now for cruise. Let's see, cruise should be 18 to 23, 25.
That's what I gotta do.
Why am I still like climbing?
Let's set my props to 77.
35 to 42. I'm fine on that.
Throttle 35, 31 to 33 for throttle. I'm fine right there. And I have my mixture set to auto lean.
Oh, I didn't do that. That would be good. Man, this one always scares me because just one little slip and you're on shut off.
Yeah.
Oh, I just did it a couple minutes ago when I was backing in off the auto lean.
Andrew, it'd be great if you give me a little space here.
Giving you space.
Well, thanks for hanging out, Ghetto. Appreciate it. We fly on Tuesday evenings and Saturday evenings, 9 o'clock Central.
What's your speed at now, Zig?
I'm at about 152.
Okay, I'm at 140, 148, 149. What do you got your props set at?
Props are at 84. Where's that little window that shows all the details?
And what's your throttle set at?
94.
I just set mine to what yours was, Draco. And now if you bumped yours up to keep with him, oh, I'm good. Not to mention the fact that I'm at 11,000 feet, even though I have set altitude with autopilot to 9,000.
Did you hit the
Yes,
alt button?
I
The alt
did.
button?
Yeah. I've set
weird.
and reset it 3 times. Now it'll finally adjust. Thank you so much.
So here comes Moondog. He's going to be racing past us. Dropping
Oh,
out.
I just about turned the thing off and said I'll just hand play this and go crop dusting. Drop it in the bowl here and then come up the other side of the mountains.
So there's Zig right there. There's Andrew right there, who seems to be my shadow. And way back there, that little speck is Moondog. At 7.6 miles behind.
Yeah.
Because he had to be special and climb.
I didn't try to. You know, I have this cold and stuff, and I'm cranky anyways, and I was in a better mood, but you're gonna poke that bear, and the bear's gonna just maul you. Yeah, I mean, granted, we've been playing Hunter, and a bear hasn't mauled you in a while. You don't know how bad it is, but you're about to get mauled.
I hate going to the mall.
I like Maul's barbecue sauce, though.
I like the airplane mall.
Sometimes I split wood with Maul.
You know, I miss when I was a kid going to the mall and playing at the arcade.
Do you know how many dollars have been gone into UBQB that I handed it over to it graciously?
Boy, my ass is tired.
Ernie just goes, "Boy, my ass is tired." Well, we didn't have that at that arcade at the mall, but I went.
There goes Andrew.
Aladdin's Castle was the mall we had. Was the one that we had in our mall.
That's Andrew, our pilot in training. Everybody watching my stream that just blew
Better
over
open
the
a
top
window.
of me
Somebody's sick and back.
Actual
you're-
piloted training.
there. Yeah, clearly you're not going to want to hire him.
Oh no, I'm just having fun.
That's what the Malaysia
no,
Air pilot said
Don't do that. Don't do that.
before he disappeared.
Thank you. Pushed the wrong
Okay.
button and it went full screen.
So Draco, you said it earlier. Restate it now. Do you need a prop setup guy for it?
Yeah, set it up because I forgot what
Okay.
you're talking about already.
I'll be right back.
No, you're the one that's.
Miyoshi Ku. I'm sorry if I'm not even going to try and pronounce your last name because I'll butcher it. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you?
Hello.
Yeah,
We
so
were-
let's talk a little Star Trek.
Yes, someone was watching Star Trek earlier, and for anyone that needs to remember, we were actually discussing the Star Trek episode, which is the Data Dreamscape one, and don't remember the title. Go ahead. What did Picard grabbing the phone out of Data's chest make you think, Draco?
The first thing that came to mind was that Picard had the very first Android phone and he had unlimited data.
I'm going to laugh the second time. It's still funny.
I laughed too. I'm gonna start hacking up a lung here in a second. Bonus Moondog credits for when you know when that episode came out, so that you can figure out how soon before Android phones Picard had an Android phone.
How do I... So I set myself up too high in the seat. How do I drop back down? I can't remember the key binding for it. I know Shift Enter raises you up. Shift backspace, there it is. I found it.
I was just experimenting to find out if I was going to 1, crash the game, or 2, find the correct key before I found it.
Well, I accidentally hit Shift Enter and it turned into full screen. Blacked out everything.
Yeah, well that's fine.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, you're from Japan? Well, welcome from Japan.
Hello, Japan.
So has anyone seen any of the Great Wall down there in Orbix?
Oh, this is where it would be?
somewhere. The Great Wall of China is many, many, many miles. It's not just one small section.
Well, I thought I saw the.
I know that.
I thought I saw the smaller
it,
version, but it could have just been somebody's backyard fence.
I'm actually trying, and it's many sections around the country too. It was supposed to be one large fence. Thanks, one large wall.
It's the Mongolians.
Yes, and it was designed to actually slow them down from multiple directions, not just one wall.
Moondog's gonna hate me by the end of the night.
End of the night?
By the end of the night, yeah.
I said it was before we even started.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I think that started about this afternoon sometime. With the we should fly somewhere to somewhere.
Yeah, because I got that blooping up on my phone while I was actually installing a hot water tank this afternoon.
Oh, you don't understand English at all. You're using Google Translation.
Interesting.
Well, you know what? At least you're making an effort to communicate.
And if it goes horribly wrong, it's not
Right.
on your end, it's probably on ours.
And if you hear anything that Moondog says and it translates completely differently, leave the bad reviews on his channel.
So how does that work? How is he understanding what we're saying?
I'll be honest with you. I don't know if Google Translate works that way, but I do know that he can type something into Google Translate and it'll translate
Right.
it, and
I
then he
get
can
that
just
part.
copy and paste. But I don't know if it translates voice chat.
Yeah.
Maybe captions?
You know what? Closed captions, because I do have that turned on all my videos and streams. So it might be translating it in that way.
Huh.
Aren't you special that way?
That's interesting. I don't know if I have that on or not.
Miyoshi, correct me if I'm wrong, and also if I'm butchering your name, I'm really, really sorry. But Moondog butchers my name all the time, so.
Yeah, that's true. Do it on purpose. If he is butchering your name, let us know. We will take him out back of the shed and take care of that. So, we are going to...
It might take you and Zig both to...
Well, yeah. We're just going to turn off the autopilot and nose down a little bit. We're going to go on a Moondog adventure while we're flying along here.
We wouldn't have it any other way, Moondog.
Yeah, this is where I probably ripped the wings off this thing. So I want to keep the airspeed.
I got to get a hold of BP and get a copy of that Moondog crash counter.
Yeah, right.
Got to do it on the BP crash counter.
Either that, or I can set up in Streamlabs, set up a betting thing where people bet to see who when you crash.
When I crash?
What time or how many crashes?
Or both.
Do you know that I only crash by going down and overstressing it, making a slight mistake in that way? I don't typically crash on landings, Draco.
But Moondog, you crashed into thin air.
No, I ripped the wings off of it.
That's still crashing into air.
Crashed in the air.
Technically, so much air stress built up, it was like you hit a wall. So technically, you crashed into the air.
Okay. If you want to explain it in that regard, I'm not actually going to be able to defend it. So I am agreeing with you. Why? Because that is very logical, and we here are very logical people.
Really?
Okay, we attempt to be very logical people.
Really?
To quote Spock from the last Star Trek, I think your theory is horseshit.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think any of us have ever said a logical thing in the whole time we've known each other.
Yeah, we have.
I'm pretty sure that's against the Monkey Show bylaws.
Well, that's
Saying
possibly
something
true.
logical.
Yeah. That's why we're allowed to be in it, because most of the time it's not.
some nice mountains you picked, Moondog.
Thank you.
So now, if I can get you guys to get that free download of the Hawaii scenery, we need to do a Hawaii flight.
I'll do the Hawaii flight, but I think we need to do it in the helicopters.
No.
I've downloaded a Hawaii scenery, but it wasn't the one that you recommended, though.
Yeah, and then there's a Alaska scenery that I still want to download. It's the resolution's 3 meters per pixel, so every pixel has 3 meters of information in it. The Hawaii one only has 10.
What does Orbix have?
I think you can set it anywhere from 5 to 7. If I could be wrong, I'd have to look at Orbix.
So I'm down here at 7,700 feet, looking at mountains.
This is Draco I'm catching up to? Or Zig?
Me. I will say though, this is a hell of a lot better than the in-game scenery.
Yeah, it better be. You spent money for it.
Although I will say, for its time, FSX had some decent. When it was brand new, came out, the scenery for FSX was fairly decent. Because, well, that's all computers could run at that time. You throw this type of scenery on one of those computers, it just bursts into flames.
Yeah, I'm honestly debating if I want to buy Orbix. So I don't have to, because I'm literally seeing like brown grass, like desert, and then snow.
I was on the fence for a really long time about whether I wanted to get it or not. And I finally just pulled the trigger on it, and I don't regret it.
Inbound ILS, runway 36 left approach, orbit 2160 tower, fly straight in, runway 36 left, altimeter 3039er.
But I do recommend, if you get Orbix, get the North American LC. Also, you have to, I mean, when you can, because it just adds.
Tell Mom I'm a co-pilot. She thinks I play piano and sing in a warehouse.
Because it just adds that little extra to the Orbix scenery for North America. The South American LC mesh comes free.
Did you see that farm down there? They need a couple of monkeys to show up and do some plowing.
I'm in a cloud, so I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
There we go. Very nice. Zig's diving into another cloud. I just hope there's not a mountain behind that cloud. I don't know how high these mountains go around here.
Cleared to land, runway 36 left, orbit 2160.
When you hear someone go, "Oh crap," you'll know that it was higher than what they expected.
Just setting up my overlays here for all of the flight information. Moving around and adding some labels.
Yeah, I should be either doing one of two things: eating the meatball sub, or doing my work-in voice. Yes, that's what we do while we're streaming. We do other things. We could be talking about the hot water tank that I put in, which I actually had a discussion that I wanted to bring up to you there, Zig.
Well, first I'd like to say, I, on the other hand, give my full attention to my audience.
I know, he is. Tankless water heater.
I heard if you put one in, it's a tankless job.
Because this was in a tenant house that's broken up into 3 apartments, and the landlord actually asked, well, what I thought about doing a tankless, electric tankless hot water heater.
Did you tell him thank you when you were done?
I did say thank you, because he did put in a regular hot water tank in there to begin with, and then we will investigate it later. He is putting in an electric one. Everything that I read on it, I would suggest not doing it, but we'll find out later.
Well, I hear those tankless ones are more efficient.
They are more efficient, but you have issues with if you have flow rate. If it can only heat so much up to 100 degrees for like 3 to 4 gallons max normally per minute, which is okay if you got one person taking a shower, but if you put it in a multi-bathroom or multi-unit setup, you can end up having really quickly 6 gallons of hot water going out per minute, and it's only heating at 3. And electric ones, in northern climates where the water coming in from outside, which it has to come in from outside at some point, can be as low as 40 degrees. It's raising it at most about 50 degrees, which only means you've got hot water at 90 degrees, which is actually colder than your body temperature and doesn't feel like you got hot water. So I'm not sure it's a good idea, but that's where they're going with it. So I was just curious what Zig thought.
I don't know. I don't have any experience with one. I haven't read about them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, guess what? I think I'm gonna have to climb here.
You're gonna have to climb.
Well, I'm at 5,000 feet
yeah, now I see.
In the mountains above me.
Yeah, I thought you were over at like 9,000.
I was. I dropped down. I was flying down to see the ground. I told you guys I was going to do that. I did it. It's not like all of a sudden where they've done the same thing. Well, where's Moondog at? I tell them and they go, how'd you get over there? That happens in 7 Days to Die, hunting, Grand Theft Auto, flying.
Alright, I'm back. So, Zig, you know how we were talking about briefly about you getting a new monitor when you get your man cave done?
Right.
Samsung at CES, which is a big tech convention going on right now, has released a 146-inch TV. It's called The Wall. Perfect.
146?
Yep.
Oh my god.
146-inch 4K micro LED TV.
That's just a little...
I'll take
My
it.
wife, when we had a 60-inch screen at one point, called that Wall of Vision. I need to tell her about this, see if she changes her mind.
Could you imagine playing 7 Days to Die on 146-inch TV?
Eduardo, very good. Very good what? Mountains, clouds, not crashing.
Flying.
Thank you for stopping in and commenting, though.
See you,
Okay,
Dan.
Dan. Well, feel better soon here, Dan. I'm in the same boat as you are.
You know, Andrew, I am getting knocked around by your prop wash a little bit.
Alright, I'll speed up, catch up to Zig.
I think I can count the number of leaves on this tree as I go by. 1, because that's how many's left on it.
Which is a
I can't,
coincidence.
there's a mountain between me and you, Moondog. I can't see you anymore.
No, it's a cloud between them.
Does that coincide
Oh.
with how many branches are left on that tree?
Possibly it wasn't that close.
So I started up the 182 today at O'Hare. Before I could even get it started, the window's completely fogged up. I couldn't see anything.
Oh shit! Really?
Yep.
Oh.
There's a defrost button over there by the co-pilot.
I know, but it doesn't work until you get the engine started. And by the time I finished with just the walk around and got back in the plane, everything was fogged up.
Did you have to sit there like with the engine running till it defrosted?
Yep. And then I took off. I was just going to do a couple of quick turns and land. And even though I had both heaters on, it still never got above 34 degrees in the plane, and I was only at 2,000 feet. But my exhaust temp was weird, and it was like 1,200. The exhaust was like 1,200 degrees. Which to me seems a little hot because aluminum melts at 1,500.
I should know this. Metals class. High school.
I'm pretty sure aluminum melts at 1,500, steel melts at 2,000.
No, I think you might be right with the steel. Aluminum isn't that much. It's 900 to 1,200, I think, is actually correct. Yeah, because you can actually do lead, and lead is even lighter. You can do
1,200,
lead.
1,221 degrees.
Yeah, according
Okay.
to
Figured someone would Google it. All right.
lead at 621, tin at 449, titanium at
And I'm pretty sure steel is 2,000 degrees. Cast iron 2,200.
I took a blacksmithing class in college, and we poured a bunch of cast iron. That was pretty cool.
Cast iron is a higher temperature for it, but if you hit it just right, it cracks just as easy as everything else.
Actually easier because cast iron is super brittle. Gold and aluminum, when you hit those, as well as I think tin and copper, will deform instead of cracking. I could be wrong though. I often am.
Yeah. You were more correct than I was on that one. Give yourself 5 extra Moondog credits.
Good, I can take that and $3 and go get a Happy Meal at McDonald's.
Happy Meals are $2.99.
Yes, Happy Meals are now $3 at McDonald's. And I know this because they ran commercials and my son saw the commercial and lost his flipping mind.
Mine would have done the same thing if they were that young still.
And he honestly couldn't even care less about the meal. He just wants the toy inside. Like, now they're giving away, like, these masks with, like, glass, but they have, like, the ears for that glasses have. He opened it up, looked at it, and goes, "Where's my toy?"
The one McDonald's near me, when I had the kids that were that young, they had what was quote unquote an all-American meal, which was a Happy Meal without the toy.
Yeah.
I started getting them that, and they're like, "Well, where's the toy?" I go, "You know, we didn't come here to get a toy. We came here to get food, right?" "Yeah, but I want the toy." "No, you're getting this." "But Mom lets us." "I know."
See, I remember when
Getting
McDonald's
this.
used to give out, you know, some decent toys, like,
You got a Matchbox car every once in a while.
or Legos.
Back in the
Yeah.
or the Star Wars planes classes.
Yeah.
Have those.
Actually, I had some of the Star Trek ones when they did the redo. There was classes for them, and I've got 2 of them still left, or I think I do.
I remember, I think I was in 6th grade when the Beanie Baby craze hit, and McDonald's was, you know, you could buy a,
Hey,
I think you could buy like a Beanie
Irene
Baby
said
for
to
like,
give you a big thank you for last night.
for like $2 if you bought like a fry or a drink or something like that. And I remember my aunt and my sister were just insane about it, getting drugged to like 30 different McDonald's.
Hey Ernie, what's happening? I'm sure sleepy.
Well, Ernie's a little chatty tonight, isn't he?
He hasn't said anything in my plane tonight.
I've been outside enjoying the scenery.
Well, first he told me his ass hurt. Then he told me not to tell his mother that he flies planes because she thinks that he's a piano player at a whorehouse.
Yep.
And then now he tells me that he's sleepy. And Nancy came up and said that some lady told me to give her told her to give me a big thank you for something. I don't know, and I don't want to know.
What is going on in that plane? No, wait. We don't want to know.
Oh, there's Moondog. It's about 6,000 feet. 6,500?
6,500. Because the one group of hills, mountains there were looking a little bit tall. They were actually over me at one point. So I had to come up to 6,500.
About 3 miles behind me. I will say, the one thing with this scenery though, is that when you're flying over it and it's all green, the tree texture looks a lot more impressive than it does when there's snow, because then then that tree texture really looks flat and 2D.
Yeah.
Some people have already got their lights on down here.
Well, what time do you have it at?
Same time as you.
Okay, well, what time is it actually stayed for you?
Well, if I look at the clock in here, it says it's just about 11:45.
Okay, mine's 11:37, so we're about 10 minutes off.
11:25 right now.
So we did not coordinately sync the clocks at the start of this. It's still
They're pretty
it's
close.
noon. Yeah, it's noon and lights are coming on down there.
Yeah, I can see like the glow of lights.
Andrew, your landing gear's down.
Of course. I can't put it up.
Well, that's because he's learning to fly from flight school of Zig.
Just leave them down. You'll need them sooner or later.
Yeah. Hold on, where's my landing gear?
There's probably a crank somewhere for it.
Rule number one from Zig's flight school: landing gears are optional.
Optional to put it up, optional to put it down.
The proper usage is to leave them down 2/3 of the flight, then put them up and forget to put them back down when you need them.
Same with flaps.
No, flaps should stay extended all the time because it makes your plane look cooler.
Got me matched on the speed pretty good there, Andrew. You're staying in my window, looking out to the left.
What's your speed?
Oh.
Like 140 indicated for me.
Oh, it's 155 for me. But
Yeah, I'm 144, 145. It's kind of bouncing back and forth because there's a little some turbulence.
I'm sitting at like 145 right now. My ground speed is 140 exactly. My weather.
Double check my cylinder head temperature. Those are in the green. Oil temp's good. Fuel pressure's in the green. Oil pressure's in the green. Manifold pressure's in the green. RPM. Everything looks good.
You know what? The only thing that's actually sort of bad is the carb air temp. Or is yours down there in the? Because you don't have yours on.
Carb air temp's minus 25.
Yeah.
Come on, there we are. I know my blades.
I'm on the verge of either having a sneezing attack or coughing attack. And I can't tell which one it's going to do.
Well, don't sneeze and cough at the same time. You have to change your pants.
Oh, God. No.
there's Andrew in that ugly caravan right above us.
Ugly?
That's
What are you talking about?
That's one ugly plane, I think.
Yeah, that's why it's like a drug cartel plane.
No, go throwing suspicions around.
I'll tell you right now, if we get detained at the airport, I'm saying it's all you, Andrew.
Alright.
Oh, it's not even a question. He's the one that loaded the planes. He was in charge of manifests. He was in charge of all of it. He's even the guy that hired me to fly this plane.
My 406 caravan's much better looking than that.
Hold on, give me a minute. Hold my beer. Oh, you'll see a little bit.
You mean coffee?
Okay, yeah, hold my coffee. There's Zig. Three, two, one, ready, hit it.
What's up, Viralis TV?
He crashed. He's crashing. Sort of.
No, I'm not.
How much altitude did you lose to do that?
Only 500 feet.
Draco lost less than that in the 737-7 that he did that with.
A what?
Did you do a loop-de-loop?
The 377.
Yeah.
I missed
When
it.
when he did a barrel roll.
Yeah. Well, I also did a backwards loop too.
Yeah.
I had black smoke blowing out the engines when I did that, but. 30 minutes, 70 miles.
Wait a minute.
That's to our waypoint.
Wait, 30
I'm
minutes?
not sure what you did there, Andrew, but
Yeah.
you flipped around and then fell off my screen.
Yeah, I did another loop.
Oh, okay.
Just to let you know, these clouds look like they're actually
Touching the
on
ground?
the ground. Yes.
I thought that was just me.
No.
No touchies.
Touching. No, these are touching, groping in, feeling up.
Draco got it. That's a Games for Kicks thing.
Oh, holy balls. Do you know he reached 100,000 subscribers today?
I saw something about that, yeah.
I saw that on Twitter. He reached 100,000 today.
He deserves it.
Yeah. He puts a lot of time and work into those videos.
Yes, he does. A lot. Do you follow him on Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Did you see that one where he spent like 5 hours in Ark trying to tame some Spinosaurus and then forgot to, didn't have time to record his 7 Days to Die video or something?
I caught his video because War of the Walkers updated to 5.2. Anyway, apparently they added a new POI, a pirate ship.
Oh, yeah?
Anyway, he was checking out the pirate ship. Anyway, he just went, he was like, I wonder what these sails are made of. So he jumped up and hit one, and the whole sail collapsed. And the look on his face was priceless. It was like that look that you get when you go to a store and you grab something, drop it, and break it.
Right.
What the hell's that?
I've never done that part.
Fire.
No, I haven't.
Is that you right next to me, Zig, or is that Moondog? I can't see a name. I can just see a plane.
You two are right beside each other.
Yeah, that'd be me.
How did I catch up with you?
I don't know. I haven't touched anything. I've been still doing like 154.
Yeah, I've been... Well, now I'm up to 155, 156. I don't know how that happened.
Well, that's how you caught up with me.
But I'm sitting here and I'm like...
Oh, very nice. It's almost like we're in formation.
But I was sitting there and I was like, why do I hear another plane? Because I knew it wasn't Andrew because I saw him screwing around up in the clouds somewhere.
He's doing loop-de-loops.
And
Oh, there you guys are.
so then I looked out and there's another C47 right next to me. This definitely must be like, it must be northern China with all the snow. I'm guessing, because I don't know how much snow the country gets. I mean, it's a big country. So I messed around a little bit with those freestyle filters that NVIDIA just released.
Right, for the color blindness. Yeah.
Well, I didn't check out the color blindness one yet, but I did mess with the color a little bit, and I upped the sharpness on 7 Days to Die. Still needs some tweaking, but it looks a little, to me, I think it looks a little better. But I think I need to mess with the color because I think it looks a little washed out. But unfortunately, that one and Civ 5, I believe, are the only games that all three of us play that those filter that are compatible with those filters.
So I know you guys probably don't know who Kick to the Head is.
No.
But on Twitter, he's talking about Hunter Call of the Wild. He just says every leaderboard I checked has IPJ Robson. That's Ian Robson, the farming sim guy, in first place except for one. Have particular said, "I'll find you and I'll catch you and I'll patch you." And so I just happened to click on the screenshot he posted. Guess who's number 2?
I have no idea.
Me.
You are?
Wait a minute, number 2 on what?
I don't know, progression.
Okay. I am no longer doing flight sim. I will now be catching.
I don't know what that is.
I could have swore I have.
I thought you had more experience points than Zig does.
I thought I did too.
But it's just funny. I'm like, oh, I'll just click on it and see what it says there. Because I'm like, how do you see other users? And I look and it says Ian Robson, Zigzaggy, and a kick to the head. 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm on there.
I guarantee you I'm nowhere on that list. If I am, I'm like number 3,000 out of 3,001.
Well, let's be honest. It might actually be your 3,001 out of 3,000.
Probably. The only way I'm killing an animal on there is if it stands out in the open with a neon sign over its head, or I run it over with the four-wheeler.
Actually, a kick to the head is actually how I discovered BP's channel. He was the first person I watched. I bought 7 Days to Die watching some of his videos with Taff and Exile, and then I heard him mentioning the Bipolar Prophet, and I'm like, that's a weird name, and I had to go check it out.
Well, it's a weird name with a weird person.
Well, yeah, but I heard him talking about the Bipolar Prophet, and or whatever, mention it, or see him. I don't know. I don't remember anymore, but that's how I discovered BP's channel was through him. And he is part of the, for lack of a better term, the Farmer Beavis crew.
Yeah.
But then
I don't know if you've ever watched Taff in Exile, but him and Taff in Exile used to. Taff's like an English guy, and a kick to the head is an American guy who lives over in Germany. Or works in Germany, so they were doing 7 Days to Die videos back on Alpha 11 or 12, I think, when I bought the game. Are you... Andrew just flew across my screen upside down. Did you see that, Draco?
No, I didn't see it.
He's flying upside down. He just came cruising across like right underneath both of us.
I'm looking straight out my window, but he must have been under my nose. I didn't see it.
I'm in the outside view. I got like me like in the foreground and you in the background. And then Andrew comes flying by upside down, like kind of underneath and in front of you, and then right underneath and in front of me.
Well, without catching it, us eventually catching a BP stream or invited to hang out in the farm community, we wouldn't be doing this right now. So even though I harass BP, big props go to him and his community in inviting us into it.
Absolutely.
And such. So that's why I have probably put up there the logo for the Ronald McDonald House, the link that's there. So I mean, the Monkey Show is his creation,
yeah,
but it's all of us combined.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair. It's his and the Abacus's.
Yeah.
And I think it's transformed into something beyond what it originally was.
Oh yeah.
So if it wasn't for BP, you know, all of us wouldn't be hanging out together doing what we do.
We'd just be a bunch of guys sitting alone at our computers.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'd be probably plowing a field somewhere and not this at all.
But now we're a bunch of guys sitting alone playing on the computer, talking to each other.
That's true. I'm trying to catch you guys. So I got to within a
except for Daffod, he sits alone in his pod.
He's not alone. Have you not heard his kids in the background? And occasionally his wife, who's yelled at the kids. You don't hear David yell at the kids because he gets that mic muted before that happens.
So if you go to your hunter profile, right, or whatever, and then there's leaderboards. It's one of the things down there. Like you got your profile card, and then there's leaderboards, and this one is progression. And then there's armor on there. Is that armor suit? I wonder.
I believe so. Because basically what it does, it just looks at who of your Steam friends have that game. For that board, because what is it? Mad Aussie Gaming. Yeah, he's on there, or at least he was. I'm guessing that rattling everybody heard in the background was Moondog finishing up his meatball sub.
It was me wrapping up the last half of it. I actually didn't finish it.
Oh, you must not be feeling good. You didn't finish eating.
I had a full foot long before the stream. That was half of the second one.
Yeah, but when you're feeling good, you can eat like a 6-foot sub and then eat.
If I was feeling really good, I would have had both of those and then gone and looked for something to snack on. You're correct.
Just saying. We've come to know you over the past year.
Yeah. Don't take Moondog to a restaurant unless it's all you can eat. Right.
And even then,
don't offer to buy.
Yeah.
I'm sure the last all-you-can-eat buffet Moondog went to, the next day when he drove past, there was white flags hanging out front of the store.
they closed.
Actually, Actually, it was a Chinese restaurant, and the other one that we do go to is the Golden Corral.
I'm sorry.
Well, they don't put up the white flag very often because, to be honest, I have a decent trim figure. It's not perfect, but it's okay. I'm the exception in there, I think.
Well,
at the local one.
Last time I went to Golden Corral, I thought I got a tapeworm or something. I was sick for like a week.
Well, the last time I went to Walmart, this is what I got. This cold.
Oh yeah, never go to Walmart unless you want to get like zombie hepatitis or something.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was already had flu symptoms, and the doctor goes, "No,
I'm gonna get sued by Walmart."
No, but the cashier, while checking me out, our stuff out, is picking it up and putting it in the thing after she scans it, and then on the trip back to grab something else, she's wiping her nose on her sleeve, and then grabbing more of our food and sliding it across. Yeah, after about the third time of that, I was like,
you know what you do? You get the Walmart app and you place your order and you just go pick it up.
Yeah, if somebody still has to handle it, I mean, it just doesn't magically jump into a bag.
Yeah, but you don't have to know.
Okay, I don't have to know that guy, that stuff, that order or lady was actually worse off than the one that was on the register.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And you don't have to go into Walmart, so that's just that's just a bonus right there. That's the best thing going. Have you guys done that yet?
No.
Oh, if it's available, you got to do that. Because,
honestly, I don't go to Walmart. I shop at Myers.
I don't know what that is, but
it's it's a
local grocery store.
It's out of Michigan.
I got you.
It's very similar to Target and Walmart. Isn't Myers an off-brand of Target or?
No, Myers is its own thing.
Is it? Okay.
You walk in, they got everything's nice and clean. Everything is, they got fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. You can tell that they're fresh.
It's Majors or something that's like Target in the South. Because they've got the same logo.
Yeah, Myers only, I think, is Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, Illinois.
Okay.
So Walmart has an app that you can get now. You can do all of like your grocery shopping on there, and you schedule a time for like pickup, right? And you just go there, and somebody brings it out to your car and puts all your stuff in your car. As they go, she'll be home in 10 minutes.
Oh.
Well, you need that because if she goes in there, she's got to go past the shoes.
She don't buy shoes at Walmart. Moondog, I couldn't be that lucky.
But last time I went to Walmart, I came home and took a 45-minute shower. That's how dirty I felt.
Oh, ours isn't like that.
And the thing is that it's not like I live in like a bad town, a bad rundown town or anything like that. I mean, it's a middle-class town. So you would think that they would, keep it up a little bit. And, but in my opinion, all stores should be kept up nice and clean. But when you walk in and literally your feet stick to the floor and you can hear like that sticky rubber on linoleum sound.
Yeah, like sticky nasty bars have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
And it just makes you wonder what's on the floor or what bodily fluid is on the floor.
Right. Ours isn't like that. Ours is, fine, nice enough.
Go doing the spamming the symbols there. Nightbot sort of watches and catches stuff like that.
Well, the thing is
TV.
The thing is, our Walmart here never used to be that way because it used to be where the district manager, so the manager over all the Walmarts in the area, used to work out of. So it was like one of the best Walmarts. And then they changed it, and it just went to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah, but no, that that's just the best thing going. Like, usually the worst part about going to Walmart is all the people at Walmart and the idiots that just are at Walmart. So.
Yeah, well, it's funny. If you really think of it as a society thing, you go into Walmart and you go, look at all these idiots. There's someone else in there saying exactly, look at all these idiots, and you're in that group that they're seeing.
Yeah, I know.
So,
this solves both problems. I don't have to go into Walmart and be an idiot, and I don't have to go into Walmart and deal with the idiots.
Now the store, the other store I shop at a lot, and I don't know if you have one in your town, Zig, but I'm pretty sure Moondog's got one near him, is Aldi's.
Oh yeah, we have one of those.
Yeah.
And you know, and they've really, I mean, they've always been known as a place for the budget-minded person.
Sure. They got good stuff there, though.
And they do have good stuff there. But they've actually upped their quality without upping their prices too much.
Yeah.
And they've like remodeled their stores and everything, and I didn't know it, but it's actually a German. It's actually a German company.
Yeah, they've been around. They still have the original store that's one of the brothers owns.
Isn't it in New York?
No, in Germany.
Oh, that's right. The first one's in Germany.
Yeah, and the original store is still there. They still have it open and running it.
Well, it was owned by two companies. The company was owned by two brothers, and then they split the company.
It was owned by their father, and he gave it to the two sons, and then they've sort of split and divided regions. That's why it's an Aldi's, and there's two Aldi's, but one's like white and blue, and one's blue and yellow signage.
But when I was a kid, every Saturday morning, it was, go to Aldi's, going to Aldi's with my parents to go shopping. And at the end of it, I would always get in trouble because I'd hop up on that big, long, yellow counter and run from one end to the other and slide on my knees.
And then how quickly were you beaten?
Promptly.
Promptly, okay. See, this is why he's now well behaved as an adult.
Okay, we'll go with that. I'm sure my wife would argue that.
Well, we could ask her, but you don't let us talk to her. Zig only lets us hear messages from Mrs. Zig.
We still got to get a soundbite of the nerd call from her.
I got it.
For the subscription. Well, we have to get her permission.
Okay.
So every time we get a sub, that's the.
That would be awesome. I don't know how do you create that though? That's the question to get that to set up as your sub sound.
Well, we would have to get because I don't think you can get it from the. Oh, no, I don't think you can split it from the video. So I mean, we would just have to get like an MP3 recording or something of her doing it, and then load it as a video, as an audio file.
But the video clip that she has of it can resave it as an MP3. Trim it down to the correct what you want. Then you can then put it into one of those GIF files that you can then have run for the.
Yeah, but I just want the I just want the audio.
Right. No, but that's what I'm saying. You'd have to run it, make it into an MP3 that way, and then load it up.
We might have to play around with that. That would be fun.
Yep, you can tell Mrs. Zig she's going to be immortalized on the internet with her nerd call.
Right. Alright, I'll be right back.
This is a nice flight. I just wish we were seeing more than just snow.
Yeah. I thought we'd get more, but and it might be the wrong, what's not actually there, I don't know. Because it's winter here, is it winter there? Is it snow in that area?
They're still in the northern hemisphere.
Northern hemisphere, right.
Where are you at, Moondog? I don't even see you.
Well, I'm 9 nautical miles from Zig and 7 nautical miles from you.
You must be back in a cloud or something that I can't see. or a cloud's between you and me.
Don't look back. Look out your window to the side. Back a little bit.
Which way?
The other way.
The other way.
Because obviously the first way you looked was incorrect.
I still don't see you, and I'm looking both ways.
Alright. I'm up your 8 o'clock. 500 feet down.
I don't see you. 6, 7, 8. So you should be right there somewhere. And I don't even see your tag.
No, I can look to my 3 o'clock and I see Zig, Andrew, Draco. Right there. Deet, deet, deet. I'm actually getting slightly further away from you because I'm cutting the corner here on the...
Oh, that's why. Because there's a cloud between you and me. That's why I can't see you.
Well, that's funny because I can see you even with that same cloud there.
Yeah, but if you're almost in the cloud and I'm not, you be able to see me and I won't be able to see you.
See a cloud. Let's go to Zig's Draco's view and see what he sees. No, for a second there, I actually saw my plane.
Alright, getting ready to make our turn. Yep, I've come to the conclusion we're getting old, guys. Because most streamers, you hear them talk about, you know, the newest this or what have you. Us, we're talking about back in my day. I remember when there used to be good toys in McDonald's, and you know what grocery store I like to go to now.
It's not that. It's it's actually that.
Yeah, we're getting old.
But I'm not near as old as Fred Sanford, okay? I actually watched that last night. There was a couple episodes of Fred Sanford, All in the Family, and I was watching them, and there was issues that you could not do to... They couldn't put that same show on TV.
No. That's when TV was good.
And it wasn't racial in any way, but when a black man of notoriety, Fred Sanford, could look at another man who was, I can't think, who was the guy that played Benson, the butler?
Oh, no. He just died.
I think it was the same guy. I think it was the same guy. They were in the same episode, and the line was, "The nigger's crazy."
Oh, so much for that one.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm just saying, that was allowed to be said then. It was.
Bye-bye, YouTube. Nice streaming to you.
That's not what I mean. You know what I'm saying? That was, you know... I'm not saying that you should be allowed to say that now. I'm just saying that was sort of regular happenings.
Well, Moondog, you've just become the next YouTube scandal. How you feel?
I'm just voicing an opinion on something. I'm not berating anything. Probably one of the least racial persons that I know.
But anyway,
I just typically hate idiots.
Are we still talking about Walmart idiots?
No.
Oh,
it could be any idiot.
Just any idiot. Doesn't have to be a Walmart idiot.
Right.
So, you know, it's funny that we actually talk about this because me and my wife were talking about the same thing earlier today. And I have a theory. We should take all the warning labels off of everything and just let nature take its course.
Yeah. Darwinism.
Because anytime that you have to put a warning label on a sun visor that says "Do not drive with this in place," or you have to put a warning label on a blow dryer that says "Do not use in the shower."
Well,
it's time to start thinning the herd.
It's because it's there because someone has done that thing where they did it and didn't realize the danger in it, and now it has to be there so that no one else loses in a major lawsuit. You mean the same thing?
How could somebody put a giant sunscreen in their windshield, hop in their car, and not think something bad was going to happen?
Yeah, you'd be surprised, probably.
Well, yeah.
Or how could somebody think, you know what? I'm in the shower, my hair is wet, I'm going to blow dry it right now.
Well, it was only dangerous until it got the electricity and the water hit at the same time.
But why the hell would you blow dry your hair while you're showering?
I don't know. I'm just... In the 1800s, at the beginning of this country, you could give just about your son, Draco, a flintlock rifle and go, "We're going hunting." And as long as you taught him how to use it, that was fine, but you can't do that now.
Okay, but people were smarter back then. They had common sense. Why? Because the dumb ones killed themselves.
We're dead.
I mean, once again, I mentioned I'm getting old. I had to put Bengay on my knee today because it was just aching like crazy. And I just happened to read, and it says, "Do not use internally."
Well, yeah, because, rubbing on the inside of your knee would be really good. The only way to get it there is to eat it.
Exactly.
You got your prop set at about 83, 84.
Or pepper spray that says "Do not aim at your own face."
83. I wanted to do that.
84 for props, 94 for auto. I'm just saying, it's time to take the warning labels off and thin the herd.
Well, if that's the case, you should then also not make it mandatory to use seat belts. Because let the ones that don't want to use the seat belt have the accident, and then guess what? That's the same sort of thinning the herd process thing that you've got going on there.
For the first 10 years of my life, my mom drove a Pontiac Catalina, never used a seatbelt. She'd slam on the brakes and we'd bounce around the back like ping pong balls.
Well, but on top of it, if you hit anything, you had 6 feet of sheet metal to crumple before it even got to the cockpit area of the car.
And we used to ride in the back of pickup trucks. Don't tell me you guys never rode in the back of pickup trucks going down the road at 60 miles an hour.
Oh no, those were fun.
I still try to.
Especially when you have like you and 6 of your friends in the back. You're on the highway just like waving at everyone.
And do you guys remember riding your bike without wearing so much padding? You look like you're gonna go disarm a bomb.
Yeah, but I still do. I still get looks of why you should wear a helmet. Now, whatever's up there to get damaged is fine to be damaged.
I remember more than once falling off my bike after speeding down a hill, bouncing my head off the ground, getting up, dusting myself off, and keeping on going.
I never hit my head because I knew that would be bad. Hands are scarred from it once or twice, but no, I never banged my head off the ground.
Yeah, well, when you hit a hole and you flip over the handlebars, you really don't have much of a decision on where you're going to land.
I understand that. I've done very similar to yours. I was going forward and hit a hole on the sidewalk and the front end twisted, and I went over and I did the thing of Superman. I got my arms out, protected myself, but then, like you're saying, I damaged myself, and then guess what? I learned, well, don't let that freaking happen again. And that was at 7, and then I didn't do it again until it was 19 or 20, and did it right in front of the college. I did. I wiped out right in the middle, front of all the student center of Kent State University with all the pretty girls and all the pretty guys and everyone that's standing there just to harass, and wiped out on my 10 speed.
And I remember building bike ramps out of cinder blocks and plywood.
A piece of wood. Yep. And jumping off of that and going, here, watch this.
And see, kids, we turned out just fine.
Well, Zig did.
No, that's when you grabbed your motored scooters and just fly down the road.
What motored scooters? We didn't have motor scooters.
No.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, Grim Reaper. Yeah, we.
Wait a minute, which one of us is he looking for?
We start talking about this and he shows up. That's a little unnerving.
And he says, "You guys remember playing lawn darts?"
Yes.
or playing
Yes.
or playing Cowboys and Indians with identical looking guns to the originals.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All of the above.
Yes.
And the
also,
cap guns that when you pulled the trigger sounded like an actual gun going off.
How?
I still have cap guns, and like every time I use it just for fun, parents like freak out in the neighborhood. I'm like, just calm down.
Well, I'd be a little worried too if somebody your age was running around going pow pow pow. They're not worried about the sound that the gun's making. They're wondered how come a full-grown adult's running around with a toy gun.
The pellet and BB gun that was actually looked like a 9mm handgun with nothing red on it. It was all black, flat black and all that. And yeah, you point that out the gun out the window of your car as you're driving along, and someone like rips off the highway and starts to dial 911 type deal. Yeah, real looking stuff.
I remember me and my friends taking lawn darts with the steel points and just chucking them straight up in the air and waiting to see who was going to move first, who was the last one to move.
Yeah, well,
Or did you guys have bottle rocket wars?
Yep. We used to put, you know, the wiffle ball bats. We used to stick them in the holes of the wiffle ball bat at the bottom.
We used to make guns, like special guns. We had pistols. Yeah, you know, we used to ride around on 3-wheelers with a 2-inch PVC tube, and you know, one guy would be riding on the back, and you'd have like a bazooka, and you would just light up the whole thing, and they'd be going.
Well, I remember, you know, as a kid, you know, we'd have the bottle rocket wars, but we'd also make potato guns, and you know, you'd spray like starter fluid in there, and then.
yeah. Those were the homemade ones where you actually stood the chance of it blowing up.
Oh yeah. Too big of a potato that fit too tight, and you just turned it into a bomb.
Yep. Yep.
Or it's really fun, dry ice bombs.
That's old school.
Didn't have access to the dry ice. You just more or less got a rocket through it at your friend. Lawn darts with your sister. Here, stand right behind the target, right there. I'm going to go to this end, and I'm going to toss it in.
Patch heads.
Wait, did Moondog just pass me, or is that Zig?
I don't know.
Moondog's in front of me.
I think that's Zig then. Right
I'm
there.
actually waiting for you guys to catch up to me. I slowed up a little bit, but the last time I slowed up,
like throttle right now just to catch up.
But I'm sorry, anybody born from like 1998 onwards has no idea what it's like to be an actual kid.
I'm just on the edge of that.
to be honest, anyone actually after 88 anyone after in the 90s. 85 is threading the needle there. Because you already didn't have lawn darts in 85.
Those were already outlawed in 85 or whatever?
They were already being limited in 85, yeah. Pretty sure of that. Because it was harder and harder to find it in the stores.
But the United States has slowly become a nanny state.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't go get lawn darts, but you can... If you are in a portion of the world that is actively fighting another portion of the world, you can find a 14-year-old with an AK-47. That's fine.
Well, it's not in our country.
But you can't let an 8-year-old have a lawn dart.
Welcome to the stream, Bago. We're reminiscing. It is 2018, but
yeah, we're just remembering what it was like when we were younger and how things were so much cooler.
And you didn't need warning labels on anything.
When you played an arcade game called Pac-Man, and that was fun.
Oh, I freaking love Pac-Man. Space Invaders too.
Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man.
It was
Street Fighter.
The NBA game that was the tabletop, and it was like 8-bit Minecraft running up and down the basketball court.
I remember sitting at my uncle's house, playing Pong on Atari.
Wait a minute, where does it say that, Bago?
What?
It says last flight in 2017 somewhere. I thought I changed all that.
Apparently you didn't. That's okay. Zig's hard drive's been sticking lately.
Well, where?
Is it on your Twitch?
Oh, I didn't update. I didn't hit the dang update button. There we go, updated.
Which it may now not update. It'll say, you know, error or something.
I had it all typed in there and just didn't hit the update button.
You guys call me unprofessional? Oh, wait a minute. I'm the one that forgets to turn the mic on.
I'm waiting for the day that you forget to turn your stream on.
That was today.
Yeah.
Because I hit start. I said, okay, 3, 2, 1, start, and I hit the thing, but it activated that window, not the start button. So then I had to. Oh, wait a minute. It had been going for about 10 seconds. Oh, why is it not stream? Why am I getting? Oh, hit the start. So I just let it get with the scroll.
I typed it all in, Bago, and didn't hit the update button for Twitch. So yeah, you got me on that. I hit it now though. I don't know if it updated.
I'll be right back.
I had my uncle had Pong, Grim Reaper, and I used to borrow it when we were kids and hook it up and play Pong on our Zenith console TV with the remote control that you could made a weird tinging, binging sound, and you could shake your keychain and the channels would change.
Are you
used
saying
to do that to piss my dad off.
The sound remote control didn't quite work perfectly?
Oh no, it worked great. You had a up and down button, you know, and it would make a ting 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 kind of sound. And then I would come running down the steps and grab my dad's keychain and like shake it, and it would change the channels on the TV, and I'd run back upstairs.
When I was like Runway 26.
When I was like Jake's age. Oh.
You better be running back up the steps because he's going to be throwing something at the bottom of the steps, isn't he?
I guess we're gonna have to. Is it time to land this thing?
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're closer than what we was an hour ago.
I mean, we're like 15 minutes out.
I don't have any airports close to me, so we can't be too close.
It's like less than 50. It's like 40 for me right now.
Candidate for landing is runway 8. ILS 108.9.
Oh, I don't do ILS in this one. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying that's what it says, so.
don't need no stinking ILS.
Okay, you know what I did wrong today? I moved a hot water tank by myself.
Yeah, well.
No, it was up the steps. It wasn't even up the steps that was the bad part, because I had a dolly. It was the bent over because it was a low headroom, and that slight little hernia is now a little bit pissed off.
Dragon Slayer. Heck yeah, I remember that game. That was like that had like the anime graphics when it first came out. It was like light years ahead of I never played it that much, but
do you guys remember like the early morning show that had that along with it, where you could they'd call people in, you could call in and it was sort of game show like, you had a chance to progress, what was his name, further along the maze, and if you didn't die then you got to keep going and you got like $5 or $10 type prizes.
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, that's right. You didn't watch TV, movies.
Oh, I watched plenty of TV, but I don't remember that. You know, I still have my original Atari 2600 Grim Reaper packed away in the basement.
Yeah.
No joysticks, they're broke, but
we should get him to stream that here shortly.
Yeah, unless Mrs. Zig found it and it's gone, but I did have it.
Yeah. Here we go. In 2 weeks' time, Zig will stream on his Atari 2600.
We'll be playing War.
Got to get you a capture card for that, Zig.
Yeah.
And figure out how to set that up, because that's straight up analog.
Yeah. And some joysticks. It'd be tough to play without any joysticks.
So he's going to have to do an actual camera and just point it at the TV.
Oh, you actually have a joystick and a paddle? Awesome. My joysticks got torn up playing on the Commodore 64.
So I just got a notification there was a big earthquake down in the Caribbean.
Yeah, and there's tsunami warnings.
Yeah, for Puerto Rico.
Yep, Berserk, I remember that game, yep.
You remember Pitfall for Atari?
Oh, heck yeah, and Wizards of War or whatever, wasn't it something? Did you guys ever play that one?
Yeah. And then the original NES, my favorite game, besides Mario, was Legend of Zelda. I don't know why, but I loved that game. That and Punch-Out. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
I actually never had the NES, but I played a bunch of it. But I actually never owned that particular console. I have a Sega. Had a Sega.
I had F1. It wasn't Formula One. It was some type of like Indy car racing game, and I had Sonic.
NHL hockey. That was the one we played on that a lot with my buddies.
That and I played Madden football.
Yeah, Pitfall. Oh yeah. Oh, what was the one on NES? Wasn't there one on there? The football.
Yeah, it was Techno Football and Techno Baseball.
Techno Football. Yep.
Because back then they had no licensing agreement with any professional sports, so it was, you know, like these super made up teams.
No, there was one on the Sega then that I'm thinking of. I remember Techno Bowl, but there was one on the Sega that.
Yeah, it had to have been one of the one of the first Maddens.
I guess it might have been. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Mountains.
That ain't good.
What uh-oh? You out of fuel?
Yep.
How are you out of fuel? If you're out of fuel, change the tanks.
I did. Well, they're both running off a left main.
So you've used all of the left main.
Yeah. Sitting there and all of a sudden I just hear the engines just stop and I'm like, uh-oh. That can't be good.
Where is that at?
On the display there for your throttles, you have the dial, left main, right main, left auxiliary, right auxiliary.
Right.
He had both of them set to left main.
Oh shit, I didn't change those. How did I miss those? Oh no, I did. Okay. Alright.
Instead of having like left main, right main.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And technically you need left main and right main for takeoff, and then the proper procedures to go to auxiliaries, use them up, and then go back to the mains.
I only lost a little bit of speed, I lost no altitude.
Well, that's good.
And I wasn't even paying any attention at all about it.
Oh look, we can reach our destination airport. Request full stop landing, please.
Wait, how did you find that? Are we close enough now?
Well, I am.
I'm not.
Fly left downwind.
ZBHH. Bata.
Yeah, we used to do that. We actually went out and played outside too. Hide and seek. We played football tag. It was sort of like hide and seek. We had nerd football. Yeah.
Politically incorrect name, but who remembers playing Smear the Quarter?
You're just hitting all the.
Wow.
Well, no,
Yeah.
but it was. That's how we all knew it. It was you. You had one football. You tossed it up. Then everyone ran a.
Go ahead and get flagged. Just go ahead and put up all the flags tonight.
Well, if you're going to, that's what it was called. Whoever had the ball, you smashed and tackled.
You know, Moondog, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah. I don't still have any airports popping up on my airports list.
I just had I just got in contact with them. I'm 2.7 behind Moondog. Yeah, they're telling me to land on 8. I remember when we were a kid, between all of us, we only had one football, and we were playing football out in the street. Anyway, a car was coming, and we all ran off, and somebody left the football laying there, a car ran over our football. So all we had left was a Frisbee. And I still say we were the ones who invented Ultimate Frisbee, because we used the Frisbee as a football.
Possible that someone remembered that, did that, yeah. Which one of your friends do you need to go back and talk to?
You know what's sad? Except for like 1 or 2, I don't remember hardly any of their names.
I remember a good portion of the ones through most of school, but...
Runway 8.
Heading to... Wait a minute, it's 824. Yes, Ernie, we know about you and the whorehouse singing.
I guess OILS 8.
That's where Moondog found it.
Yeah.
New vectors, fine.
Wendy, is that Wendy Plays? Hello, how are you doing? Is it as format said as it is spelled there, typed up there? Activate heading, please. Nav. Someone to start to add heading.
An unopened Jar Jar Binks 1977 action figure is worth $25K.
Was Jar Jar Binks even in the original?
No, he wasn't. No,
I didn't think so.
Yeah, I didn't think.
Jar Jar Binks wasn't even created until 2000.
Now,
Hi.
Now the original Boba Fett. If you can find the original Boba Fett, which I think there was only like 30 of them ever made. I think from last I heard, they're worth like $30,000.
Love the stream. Thanks for saying so. This is where someone would say, you know, make sure you like and all that, come back. I won't, because you would understand that. Do this though. Remember that we stream Tuesdays and Saturday nights at 10 Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. We also have other streams throughout the week that are not flying. And Saturday afternoons we're doing a large charity drive with all of the Monkey Show. Yes, when plays. Hello. I see. That's
It's
5 hellos in. I love the
girl
stream.
Irene I've
I
been
gotcha.
hearing about.
All on it.
This is a C47 plane, Grim Reaper, and he meant the Boba Fett is what he was talking about, or meant to say.
Do a flip.
Wait, Zig, what are you doing?
Do a flip.
What do you mean,
Bogo
what am I
wants
doing?
me to do a flip.
I mean, unless it's me moving, which I don't think it is, you're like, well, literally, you're zigzagging in front of me. 1 minute you're all the way to my right, and then the next minute you're all the way to my left, and you're in front of me.
I'm getting beaten around by some turbulence a little bit, swinging back and forth, but I just turned it off a course, went onto heading mode to go swing over and pick up the vectors, the vector path in.
Maybe that's what I'm seeing.
I went to heading 260. Yes, it's FSX Steam Edition, Microsoft Flight Sim Steam Edition.
Bogo, I'll tell you this. We're getting close to landing. We're on approach. If you'd actually caught me earlier, I may have done the flip, but I would have asked you to do a donation for the Ronald McDonald House, and then I would have done it. The Ronald McDonald House is a charity that we're doing with the Monkey Show World Tour. Wait a minute. World Monkey Show Global Extravaganza charity drive for Ronald McDonald House.
And that is, we're flying around the world in a Cessna.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate this freaking GPS. I can't make it do anything.
How far is the airport? 10 nautical miles. And with where I'm at,
Ghost Miner, welcome to the stream. Hello.
Right over there.
Bogo, do a flip. Not when I'm this close to landing.
Oh, wait a minute. He just asked me to do a flip. Just we're all getting ready to land. What, 20 minutes ago? Actually, Andrew was doing flips and barrel rolls and all that around us while we were flying. He might actually do one still yet.
But I'll give you the same response that that Moondog gave you. If you do a $5 donation to the Ronald McDonald House Charities, which is in my the link is in my YouTube channel, then I will sacrifice doing a landing for that.
Now, I'll do the barrel roll while we're still lining up for the approach. It shouldn't be that difficult.
I've looked at X-Plane 11 Grim Reaper, but I'm invested in this one, in FSX at this point.
When it gets to the point when it makes us have to change, then yeah, X-Plane is probably where we're headed towards.
This is a Ghost Miner. This is a freeware C47 by Manfred-Jahn.
Okay, it's a high probability. It's that or PMG.
No, PMDG is a third-party airplane maker.
Or
P3D.
P3D, that's it, yeah.
And honestly, out of the two, I'd probably head to P3D. There's more support and more
Sure was
third-party
fun
stuff.
last night, boys.
There's
Like I said before, the reason right now would be is because half of what I've spent my money on has a P3D version already, so.
Well, I found the airport and I found the runway. All I got to do is come out here, loop around, and come back.
Yeah, I see it too. One runway.
A lot of the add-ons that I bought have a P3D version already that would make it worthwhile to spend the extra money.
I'm seeing the airport at all because low level clouds.
Let's see. Airport was at 3556, so being at 85 is probably too high.
I'm gonna actually start descending down to about 5,000. About 700 feet.
What was the airport altitude?
Sorry, 3556.
It's at 3556, right?
Oh, okay.
Altitude 3556.
It's at ground level.
I could tell you this. Yeah, what's the altitude of where the ground meets it? Or I could do 3 o'clock. What do you mean 3 o'clock? I'll tell you at 3 o'clock.
I probably should have activated vectors a lot sooner. It's got me coming in at a real odd angle to line up.
I'm not even letting it.
I'm actually thinking about turning off GPS and hand flying it in.
Well, no, I'm on nav. I did vectors, but I'm doing nav to go. I did a parallel course out, and then I'll loop around out here.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So if we go outside view and spin around and look back, you should see going behind that cloud was someone, and going behind that cloud was someone. There's a Douglas over there, C47, and that is Zig. Draco's probably over there in that cloud.
I'm somewhere between the airport and the city.
Yeah. Who knows where Andrew is?
Up at 7,000. Coming in.
So we're at 7.5. Do you guys wish to become pilots in real life?
Andrew does.
Andrew is actually studying to be a pilot. I went by the airport and they said you could be, but with the color blindness, I don't think I would do very well with it in real life.
I'll just go with no.
I'm good being a desk pilot.
Yeah, there you go.
At one point, I wouldn't have minded doing it. I just know that color blindness causes me issues.
Zig, I think I'm off to your 9 o'clock about. I don't know if that's you. Got somebody out there.
I'm getting ready
over there. Yeah, it says no.
Yep. Getting ready to do a. Yep, I just had Andrew pass by. So I'm getting ready to do a left turn for the base turn. So we're going to change the heading to 90 from that is 190.
Grim Reaper asks if they have glasses that correct color blindness.
They do, but they're insanely expensive.
And I've taken the tests. I could get them, but as even Draco was saying with the filter for the NVIDIA card update, I'm not sure I want to change with my perception of what I see color as. at my age, I think I am where I'm at. My grandfather was colorblind, and he could actually tell you the colors of the paint that was underneath the car that would the top coat, because of the way that he saw color. So,
well, I'm red, green, and blue, purple colorblind, but also I can't tell the difference between certain shades of green and yellow.
Yeah, we've noticed that one. Your truck on ATS was one color that you thought it was, and it wasn't. I'm red, green also, and a little bit in the blues, but it's not as much as I think you are. I'm lucky that way.
Grim said he wonders if they can make them into contacts.
Oh, I'm sure sooner or later they'll figure that out, but
give them a couple of weeks. So I'm over this city. This city looks more like a city than Beijing did when we left. There's an airport in front of us. So I've done that not by hand, but I did it with the heading bug. And I've lined myself up on it not too bad.
I don't know if I'm...
Now I gotta get the speed out of this thing. Mixture rich, and where is...
Are you guys getting like really low level fog?
Nope.
For land.
It's clear for me.
For landing.
Because I can't see crap.
Controls.
I'm gonna trust my instruments.
Kevin Samuels.
God, I'm 500. I still can't see the ground.
ATS is you have to backdate Grim Reaper to they haven't updated Truckers MP hasn't updated to the current version of ATS. I saw a thing on Twitter, they're not going to update until they go to one version 1.0
going around
like ETS is.
Have you guys been flying for 2 hours? Yes, we have been flying for 2 hours, almost exactly. Clear to land. Lined up on the runway. We'll turn the autopilot back off and fly it the rest of the way in. What's the speed? 130. It's a little high.
I can't. Do you remember, Draco, what version it was that you had to backdate to? It's been a while.
Something .2, something .19 or 27, something like that. I can't remember which one it is.
And didn't it have something after it? Like what did it say after it on the thing?
I'm trying to remember.
Like no mod. What is it?
Not no mods. It was unsupported.
Unsupported or something.
Gears going down.
Thousand feet.
Gear down. Green lights.
I don't know about you, but this fog is ugly for me. I made it down to 200 feet, still couldn't see the runway.
Oh, that's clear as can be.
Yeah, do you have real weather, or are you using game weather?
I'm using the game real weather.
Okay.
So I might turn that off as I go out, just so I can see the thing.
I see the chat moving there. I will have to catch it here, sort of in the middle of actually landing.
Douglas 221, clear to land, runway 8.
So if you can give me just a couple minutes here. That'll be a little left of center. Or right of center. On the ground. Alright. Here we are. Slowing up. Tail coming down. Brake. And the only thing is, we need to get this tail wheel unlocked. I hope there is a taxiway down here at the end. If not, I'm going to have to sit down here and wait for them to land, which wouldn't be all that bad. Yep, there is. There's a turnoff, but I missed the turnoff, so I'm down at the end of the runway.
I'll aim right for you.
Taxi to parking, please.
Ha! It's you, Draco.
Where? Where are you?
I'm right next to you.
I'm committed now.
Yeah, I'm gonna land. We're gonna land at the same time, like right beside each other.
Who was that one asking about tandem?
Yeah, tandem landings. Here you go.
Yeah. Let's see, Wendy. On a scale of 1 to 101, how much do you like this game?
110.
Yeah, 110, 102.
Draco, you missed the runway.
I'm doing it on purpose.
Okay. Wendy, reverse. Wow, good pilot. I'll go with okay pilot.
262 on my landing, right?
267.
I don't have that up right now. So we saw this, Draco, yours when you hit the ground.
Yeah.
My point of view, you went into the ground, popped back up and out, and then actually landed on the ground. Now, Draco did a really good thing of making sure it rolled and got the tail whip down and waiting and slowly dropping the speed off, because he's done it before where he's applied too much brake and put it right on his nose. Yeah, see, that turnoff, I missed it. Zig's up there at the other end.
You got it for $6 on sale. That's a good deal for ATS. Did you just get it?
And Andrew's going around somewhere, so we'll jump in
Oh
cockpit
no, I'm
here.
about to land.
You're about to land?
Yeah, I'm like short final now.
So me pulling out to go up to the taxiway would be a bad thing?
Maybe.
Maybe.
So we've done tandem takeoffs before, we've done formation flying. That's the first time we've ever done a tandem landing.
We've been real close to tandem landings because we've several times do exactly that. Where are you at? I'm landing. I mean, no, where are you? Underneath you. We're landing.
But I didn't even know Zig was there. I was so focused on the runway, I didn't even see his plane.
Are you on the ground there, Andrew?
Yep.
Are you making your turn yet?
We haven't played that game in a while, Grim
I'm
Reaper,
waiting for the taxiway.
but we got quite a few hours in that game.
You better
That's
get to it quickly because I'm coming back that way.
That's That's one of the games we've played quite a bit.
Moving as a group. Yes, all 4 of us that were flying. 3 of us in the C47s and 1 Cessna Caravan.
Come on, Draco.
I'm avoiding you.
I know, but where are you headed?
Sorry about that sneeze.
I was just going to swing around right here.
Oh, okay.
So we'll pull up here. We got this caravan right here in front of me.
Yep.
We could run it over. We could run it over if we wanted to.
No.
Mostly because we'd squash it. It'd break.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Think about doing that. I'm out of here.
I've got more props on this thing. I could chew up one side and still have props left. Alright, well I see a Zig and a Draco up there, so we're going to pull up behind them.
Alright, here we are.
So what did Andrew do? He parked right between the 2 of you after I said I was going to park between the 2 of you? Okay. Let's see how that...
First come, first serve.
Guess I could have pulled up some more, but yeah, it's fine.
And I'll scoot up just a bit for you.
No, you're fine.
No, I'm already scooting up.
We'll go outside view to do this, but... Alright, let's get the right outside view though. Spin the circle.
Alright, there you go.
Is your outside view drunk there, Moondog?
No.
Seriously?
What? We're just close. So now we will go through a shutdown of this after landing. The cow flaps open. No one died. Well, that's, you know, I know that you haven't been in our streams that much, maybe, but that's actually a very good statement. No one died, because we've crashed a bit. Some of us have crashed a bit.
Yep, ATS is a cool game. Grim Reaper.
Time's up. Landing lights.
Wheel chocks. Chocks are set.
We haven't played much
Lights.
lately, but
Off.
it's just hard to find
Inverters.
time for all the games right now, especially for me. I got
The
too
ice.
much going on.
Torpedo heat. Fuel pumps. Oh, wait a minute. Fuel pumps. And then trim to 0. You know, this is not a study level plane, but it's pretty darn close with
It's
the
close.
detail.
For my money, that was a successful, uneventful flight. Except for when I ran out of fuel real quick. But it happens to the best of us.
You didn't run out of fuel, you just used it all up in one tank. I mean,
That was the easy fix.
yeah. Shocks. Skip that. Lights. Inverters. Avionics. Generators. Cabin signs. You may now get up and leave the plane. Battery off. And that
Andrew,
is shut off.
Andrew, you need to get this plane. You look like a little twerp parked in between the two. Your caravan.
Alright, Moondog, you doing the outro?
I can, in my sick tone. We want to thank everyone for stopping in and hanging out with us. We had actually a really nice time tonight with everyone. There was no chaotic incidences that we've normally had. Wait a minute, real quick. Have to go by, enjoy the stream. What will you guys be doing next?
Flying.
Well, we will be flying. We may
From
get
somewhere
something
to somewhere, to quote Draco.
Yeah, we may get something during the week. I might get something during the week, but we will definitely be on Saturday. I don't know if... Are you guys going to make the Saturday afternoon?
I will not.
I'll probably be there.
Pass.
Okay. So, some of us will be there for the whole Monkey Show extravaganza. That is 2 Eastern. We will be back Saturday night, 10 o'clock Central. You can check your local times off of that. We want to thank everyone for stopping in, said that, and everyone have a nice night. Don't forget to check out the rest of the Monkey Show. Links to their stuff is in YouTube, Twitches, and descriptions around the board. So everyone have a wonderful night.
Yep. See you, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.